Breaking news, baby dolls. HEX is ticking up to 1.5 cents. I have a big fat green arrow here just to accompany myself with this nice chart. You see that grindy up part now. It is making this flag. What is a flag in crypto? It's when just basically things go up and they just do this and just ready to continue on higher. That's how markets move when they go up to make these like higher low floors, because basically people are waiting to buy, but they want everyone to market sell. And so HEX is now at 1.5 cents, which is absolutely beautiful to see. It is the first time, and I'll tell you now, friends, I've been watching it for a long time. It's the first time in pretty much 2.75 years-ish to 3 years where Bitcoin's going down and HEX is actually going up. Strong going up, like organically going up. It could be a Richard pumping it. I mean, like, hope it is. This is the PulseChain chart, so not everything is actually moving. I know that it doesn't look much on the weekly, but if we go down to the HEX chart, you can see that this is a very nice pattern, friends, and very, very nice on the weekly. It's starting to move up. Do you want to know how this is a more sustained move, friends? How you can kind of tell? It's because the weekly candles required to pump it up, they're more frequent. It goes up, 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 okay? That means it's repricing higher, but no one wants to come and smash it up yet. This is, look what happened before. Look how fast it faded from before, and actually show you the charts here. Look how fast these ones faded before. When it's super fast up, or these super fast up spikes, they come back down in literally a week. This one is, as you can see, 1, 2, 3, 4, and they come back. They basically, they come to stall around an area, and they obviously, hopefully, continue higher. We still have a long way to go. This is PulseChain launch price for HEX. It's 5 cents. So even if you were to move up, there's like another 3x. I mean, that's a joke price because you know the all-time high was around 55 cents. Now, many altcoins in crypto are going to start moving up as Bitcoin continues to move up. So we're still looking at this weekly chart for Bitcoin. It's around $61,000. It's probably going to just maybe be a bit of a rangy mode here in October. We're hoping for a big pump, but I guess, you know, it's just going to take a bit more time. Don't forget, though, we are still looking pretty nice on the Jim Cramer channel, friends. Remember Jim Cramer here? Look, it's just ready to go. It's so ready to go. There's a saying, right? The longer the base, the higher the pump to space. Okay, so literally that's what happens in markets, because you got to think about it like this. Think about it in your mind. Let's say there are 12 whales and they have to sell at a period of time, once every month. So one whale is going to sell every month. Okay, so there's 12 months in a year. Now, if your coin goes up too fast in like the first 2 months of the year, you have 10 big whales here who are still going to hold, and they can cap your price. And that's why if a coin, I mean, for example, HEX, if something goes up too fast, you quickly fade back down like this, right? Because all these guys want to get out. But if your coin stays down for 12 months, what ends up happening is you have a guy leaving here. See? You get rid of all 12 whales, and then when you're finally ready to go, as you go up, you don't have anybody who has a large part of the supply who is nefarious or who's a paper hand soy boy. So that's why when you see a very long range in any market, when you see a long range like this, it really does wear people out. Okay, now if you're sitting on the sidelines, you're like, oh, maybe you're like $400 or you're a couple of $1,000. It wasn't worn out in HEX. Yeah, but what happens is it's always the middle shark tier type of people. They have like between 500 grand to 1.5 million. It's usually around the $1 million mark, I've noticed. Those people, they always feel like the million is really precious. It's that psychological round number. So if something's not working for them and then they're scared of losing it, they'll just take everything out. But, you know, because they're paper hand soy boys, they don't take out like 250K and rotate somewhere else. No. They'll find a way. They'll just dump all the $1 million and they'll just run out. Okay, we actually saw this happen in 2022 with many people in HEX as well. Many people, their accounts were like $10 million, and when they went down to around 1 million or 800,000 around there, they just get out everything because they were just reading all this FUD, and a lot of people were coming out. They're saying very nasty things, putting negative thoughts in people's minds, such as like, you better get out now because crypto's a scam, and you got scammed by this Richard Hart guy, and you can always retire still with your $1 million. It's very powerful. So you better take your $1 million now and run before it comes zero. And then like you'll never be able to make it back. That type of stuff was plaguing everyone's mind. Before now, it's beautiful, friends, to see that HEX is being migrated into from Bitcoin. I mean, yes. Isn't it fantastic to see? I mean, there's more things coming, friends. I mean, look at this. Look at this. This is a very, very nice chart that you want to see. Shout out to GoPulse for these nice charts. Pulse coin list, you guys should do that as well. I mean, this is nice. This nice flaggy part out here. So this is what we're waiting for. And man, we're just getting started. Now, everyone always wants to know, how much higher can we go? How much higher can we go? I'm like, look, man, I mean, just HEX was combined. So combined HEX today is 1.8 cents. Okay, combined HEX is 1.8 cents. You actually go to GoPulse front page. It's on the bottom right here. You can see, so it says it's 1.8 cents there. You can also look at the HEX combinator. So it's CHEX on Dex Screener. That's the one I look at as well. So that's 1.8 cents. And that's why I like tracking it, because it represents the mind share of everyone. And you'd be surprised, right? The levels probably get respected. Now, what levels are we actually waiting for? Well, testnet version 3, friends, was 12 cents. Okay, testnet version 3 was 12 cents. And PulseChain launch price, right, was PulseChain launch, right? So launch price equals 5 cents. There you go. PulseChain launch price. It was around 5. So you can see we're like a long way to go. I mean, like, if we just go back to the launch price, dude, that's another 3x from here. Shout out to the baby dolls in my Telegram. One of you, I'm going to find this gentleman. Mr. Good. Literally, just name is Good, okay? Mr. Good, I told him, because, friends, you'd be amazed. There's so many new people. Yeah, we know all the stories and stuff. No one knows the history and all the lore and things, okay? So, Mr. Good, he just found out, like, when we're talking about a 12-cent HEX, there's people out there, they think this is some unachievable, unattainable number never before seen. And I just have to tell you, dude, we were 12 cents in April of 2023 when PulseChain testnet launched. So that was the real launch price of that. We were 12 cents then. And I even mentioned 5 cents was when the actual launch happened. It was sell the news into the launch. 5 cent total HEX. And he's literally said, holy S, those are my dream targets. It's actually amazing, friends. That's why, but like, why is it like this? It's because the thing was so low. It's so low. Every dollar you put in, okay, not financial advice, but every dollar you put in into something cheap on the mean reversion slingshot snapback gets you so much bigger returns than anything else. It's not funny, but you got to be right about the community, right? If it gets abandoned, you go to zero. But if you're right, friends, if you believe in your heart, okay, if you're going to get a big, fat, cranky, great spirit pump, let's draw the candles. Oh, man, we're having fun. You got to watch this, by the way, friends. So, I have no words for this, really.
What do you think, bud?
Yeah, not much.
How's your morning going?
Pretty good. Just gonna go walking around.
What do you got planned for today?
My mom's cooking.
So there's this mysterious type of just enigma that appears once in a while on Twitter, friends. Videos come out of just humans around the world who are just so odd and unique looking that they just grip you, right? And I couldn't help but think, because whenever Eric Wall, friends, was saying Trader Park trash for the HEX and PulseChain community, it's funny, HEX is pumping and then this video appears. And I mean, like, this gentle, I'll be honest, I'm sorry, I apologize. I know what they are. Is it a guy? I think it's a guy. So they have a red shirt and everything is HEX themed. And at the start, man, calling the HEX community and PulseChain community Trailer Park trash, it was seen as a negative. But I think what everyone's going to come to find out is this is the biggest positive you want, okay? Because it is a unique edge that you're not going to get anywhere else out there, friends. I'm not even going to name names, but all these other chains out here, the conferences, they're all like homogenized. It's all the same types of people, the same nerd, right? And it's the same VCs, the same. Nothing hits differently, okay? Because it's just 20 of the same things. This is different. Also, to accompany us, with Bitcoin slightly ticking up to like 61K. Hopefully it holds. We'll see. And HEX going up. I mean, you have Meet Kevin who's bearish. It's about to break. Everything is about to snap. This warning is rare. It's like the same thing over and over again to get thumbnail views and stuff. But, you know, we are still inspired by things like this, friends.
It's Pikachu! Pikachu!
So, we're having fun. We're still having fun. And look, we've been here for a long, long, long time, friends. And yes, it's been painful. There's a long way to go. But you can feel it now differently. You can actually feel it. The price action is different. We're actually fighting Bitcoin's red candles. We're fighting Bitcoin stalling. That's the difference. Now, I want to ask you a question. Combined HEX is 1.8 cents, but let's not worry about that. PHEX is 1.5, okay? If you were a billionaire that founded a coin called HEX, and you had a court date in 25 days, and you were sitting on anywhere from 10 to 25,000 BTC, and God knows how much Ethereum, in your private wallets, and then you had 170,000 ETH sitting somewhere else, what price would you send HEX up to? I'm curious. And I have a poll here. 2x, 3x, 4x, 5x. Obviously, everyone's stacked 5x plus just to send the message. And friends, just to let you know, man, okay, I'm so bullish on PulseX. Do you want to know why? Because of the reflexivity of if one Richard Hart guy, if he just moves up HEX and nothing else is moving, and you just see this God candle appear at one point, people are going to be enticed to trade around that. It gets more marketing and attention. It boosts the whole ecosystem. And all of that volume and activity of people who are basically baited by the candles, they're going to be selling and buying and doing all that. It's going to start to generate activity, okay? And that might be the spark you need to get everything going. Now, if you just keep doing this in like a bear market, nothing happens, okay? Something goes up, something goes up, nothing happens, okay? But that's bear market stuff. When you have a Bitcoin at $60,000, okay, which is bullish, friends. Like, I mean, like, yeah, $60,000 is now bearish, but like about 72 hours ago, it was, you know what I mean? So, when we're looking at it from that perspective, I want you to understand that that reflexivity can go a long, long, long way. A big amount, man. People want to play momentum. They don't want to buy low. They don't want to sit through pain. They just want to see something going up so they can keep buying. And I even have the screenshots here. Look at everything gaining for the day, friends. HEX is actually higher than this. It's actually like 7%. EHEX, erection HEX up here. Icosa from Ethereum is up 13% because the liquidity is so thin. So this type of stuff is cranking. And look at this. We got Bitcoin, Ethereum are red. Look at the top. We're just going to keep highlighting this. It's going to keep occurring, man, because they've had that, Bitcoin, Ethereum, you did well 3 years, man. You were the defense for 3 years, right? You're defensive. You can't defend forever. You know, you can't defend forever. You got to win a match at some point, okay? You have to go on the attack, and that's where the slingshot bull market leverage comes in. And shout out to JustSomeGuy Aaron, who's an absolute beast, bro. I love your clips. So, Aaron, I love your clips. They're the perfect time, perfect timing. You're just replying in random places. They catch my attention, and they're really, really, really good. You're going to see more of this going on. So the top is HEX, and it's up 139%. And the bottom is Bitcoin and Ethereum. They're only up 10%. So if you went to school, friends, you'll know 140 is bigger than 10. That's it. That's all the marketing you need. Okay. I know everyone's trying. Silver the Antidote, being very generous and trying to get people to inspire them to like, hey, do different brochures and explain to people stuff. Friends, I'm telling you, look, I've wrote the book about it. Okay. You get a dopamine hit from seeing a green candle. That's it. It is the most powerful freaking drug, okay? Nothing chemically can take you this high for this long. You understand? You fry your brain. There is something about these green candles, okay? But you need to throw a green candle out, okay? It's like giving someone a freebie, okay? It's like getting somebody to smell the food before they can eat, right? So that's all they need to see. Hey, 140 is bigger than 10. And well, okay, 1% of people in the world are contrarian like me, and they think, oh, maybe I'm late to this. 99% of people aren't. And by the way, they aren't late, okay, because you know how far it's cheap from the all-time high. Shout out to Mr. Beluga Could be Mrs. Beluga, you never know these days. Okay, what is Icosa's ceiling price again relative to HEX? So all you need to do is you can go to the Icosa price. So it's a ratio, okay? So you don't look at the actual price because HEX keeps moving because the ceiling, it's a ceiling ratio. It's not to do with the price, but basically it's cheap as hell. So what you can do is you go to the Icosa HEX pair and you can look at it here. So because it's cheap right now, it's at 8. You see, I'm going to show you right now. The value is 8, right? So anywhere under like 20 is like dirt cheap. This is towards premium, and the ceiling is something, I think it's actually higher than this, friends. It might be like 55, okay? It's actually higher because I think it slowly moves up over time. I forgot how it works, but yeah, it's like up here, up 55. I just drew this box up here just to show you. So all you can do is, in your mind, you just get the ruler here, and you go, okay, how high could Icosa theoretically go against HEX? Man, that is 6.5x. That's the ceiling. So if HEX does 10, this can do 65. It's unlikely to do the full 65. Maybe it only comes way down here. Maybe it only comes here. Maybe when a HEX does 10, this only does like 30. Okay, so this is just one example. Or maybe it only stops here, friends. You don't know. Maybe it grinds here. Maybe it needs to find its way over time. But it started up here because I'm just using the PI cursor. So that's pretty much what you're looking at. But me telling you about, hey, it's leverage on HEX. Why is it like leverage? Look at the ratio. Look, it's still in bear market, down. Now, when is it going to actually snap up and move to more like reasonable ranges up here? Because remember, you're dealing in like, you're going to get like a 6x multiplier on your HEX. My gosh. Once it's more solidified, once you like have to buy it around 24, maybe you're going to get a 2x more. Okay, 2 or 3x more. And if the ratio is at like 35, if you look at this from 35 to 55, you're like, oh, I can get 50% more versus HEX. So, but that's what ends up happening, right? But in that world, there's more confirmation, there's more updates and things that have happened. Okay, so the whole idea is to get these in the bear market lows. That's why it's the same thing. If you're looking at HEX versus like Ethereum or Bitcoin, okay, you're looking for the slingshot leverage, right? So yes, right now, okay, you're dealing, HEX could go 100x, HEX could go 100x, 50x, okay, but when HEX is 30 cents, you're thinking, oh, how far can it go in the next 12 months? Maybe you're only dealing in the 3 to 5 range. Or 3 to 5, way different to 50 to 100. You see, but then you always wonder, right? Who's going to be buying HEX at 30 cents? Who's going to be buying Bitcoin at $60,000? Golly gee. You know, it was $600 at the 2016 Bitcoin halving. $600, friends. 100x difference. Who's going to be buying Bitcoin? Imagine Bitcoin. Let's go back. Let's have a depreciation of this. Let's just show you how things basically grow over time. Okay, but you have to be in. That's it. You have to be in. So you go back here. Here he is. Here's Bitcoin halving. There you go. There's your $600. Like, imagine I'm just telling you. This is, by the way, this is a linear chart. All you can see is this. Okay, literally, that's all you can see. All you can see is this. Imagine I just come here and I tell you, you need $600 Bitcoin. People are going to be buying $60,000 Bitcoin in about 5 years from that point with $1 billion of leverage. That was Michael Saylor. Okay, 100x higher. They're going to put $1 billion in. That's why, like I'm saying, like, okay, HEX is 1 cent. Would you believe me if I said someone out there is going to be doing $10 million of leverage to buy HEX at 50 cents to get a 2x on it? Because they're going to believe it's like a free 2x, okay? That's what happens in this game, man. And you might say, well, what about the Ponzi? What about Richard Hart twerking and all these? Crypto market, man, it's evolving. Market's learning. Okay, it knows the market's bigger than the fat guy in the Gucci suit, okay? It knows that, okay? Just like Bitcoin is bigger than the anonymous guy who rugged everyone and disappeared in 2013. Just like, hey, they know Ethereum is bigger than Vitalik the alien who's now got a girlfriend and who like claps weird, right? It knows about network effects. Okay, but all these things that I've just highlighted for you, friends, because you gotta understand the enemy. When people are fighting your bags, when people are saying, oh, well, I don't like this because of that. Once you understand why they're doing it, and you go, oh wow, it's the same thing, everything else. You say, oh, Chainlink is just the function of Sergey. Oh, Elon is the function of Doge, right? Oh, ADA is a function of Charles Hoskinson. Once you see them like this and you go, oh my gosh, this whole world works like this. Yes, friends. And you have more centralized risk in these things. That's why you get the higher gain, right? You're not going to get your gains in the Bitcoin. Why? Because you got your Wall Street in. Yeah, the Wall Street guys in here now. Now, I wanted to throw this out to you, friends. And it's for the PulseChain community, just so everyone knows. Okay, this is actually what I'm telling you is it's Richard Hart. Let's actually play some more Cranky G music. All right. A lot of people have forgotten this. This is a Richard Hart talking point. He mentioned this in one of his streams many years ago. So when you see high trading activity of an altcoin, it doesn't mean it's necessarily good. Okay? It doesn't. What you want is low trading activity. That means velocity. We use the word velocity. Okay? So many people forget the lessons of Richard Hart buried within his streams. You want your asset to have a low velocity. Why? Less trading volume means less people are switching hands because they have a mentality, a psychology to store it. That's why what they look at basically the hoarding rate, the long-term supply rate of Bitcoin. You don't want it to trade, friends. You want to see low volume. High velocity is poop. Do you want to know what has high velocity, friends? Fiat currency. You get fiat, you throw it around straight away. You spend it straight away. High velocity. It's high trading activity. See? When things are inflationary, it means it's even more poop. You have to spend it. Get it? Fiat currencies, right? They have very high velocity. Bitcoin and gold have very low velocity. HEX also has low velocity. Richard knew and understand this. That's the reason of his concepts of the long-term staking and all these. And that's why people, one of the HEX, if you listen to Johnny Chaos streams, friends, he would always talk about this because one of the common FUD things out there, what people do is, because HEX is on centralized exchanges, they would go and look at it and people would say, oh, your trading volume is trash. It's a scam, okay? And I just want you to know, like, half of that statement's true. It's a low trading volume. Why? Because you're not meant to trade it. It's meant to be hoarded. You see? So this is the thing that it's kind of eventually going to only make sense to people once the prices are up, once it's too late, okay? This is the HEX price chart. Look at this with this little triangle. We're actually popping up here now after this screenshot, ready to blow, okay? So don't look at people. They go, oh, this thing's only got $3 million of volume. Good, bro, good. Yeah, you don't want it to have that big volume, friends. You don't. You actually don't. Also, I've got an interesting post here from Silver the Antidote, friends. So I haven't had a chance to read all of it, but yes, when you have high velocity things as well, it can also be good. Why? Because weak hands chop themselves up. Okay, they chop themselves. It's like, literally, it's the bar of soap. Remember, I told you not to fondle your soap in the shower because that's eventually what happens. So yes, you have like maybe you have a $100,000 bag. You keep trading it around. You keep losing the fees back and forth, and it goes and it basically siphons away. But this is the thing: when something has low velocity, it means every month, on average, if people want to enter, they will be just buying into the order book, fresh. Okay, if something has high velocity and people want to enter, on average, it's on average, right? If people are always dumping and trading around, someone can come and throw a big clip in and they're just going to be matched with someone who dumps it, okay, because they're trading a lot. But if everyone, basically low velocity, friends, imagine if something had a velocity of 0.0001 circulations per year. That basically means you buy it off the shelf, you never look at it again. So the only thing that's available for supply is in the order book. And that's how you get the massive price pumps. And now you see why Richard got HEX to 55 cents. He had the PulseChain Sacrifice, right? He ensured that the velocity of HEX went down to literally near zero. Nobody wanted to sell to get the free copy. Do you see? That's why PulseChain was able to go up even more. He had like a deflationary like environment on that. So back to the HEX chart. Where to from here? Well, if I just put a vertical line to show you where is October 31st, it is around there. That's where the court date is. So, I mean, it wouldn't surprise me if we just went... That'd be hilarious, man. Oh, that'd be hilarious. And there's a sell the news thing. Everyone thinks it's over and then it just continues up. But most importantly, man, it's not about Richard buying. It's not about the court date. It's not about the corrupt SEC. It's not about that. It's the fact that, look, it's before the pump, okay? It's this part. This thing's down, friends. It's down 99%. They're still here. They're literally still here. Everyone's still here. 170 content creators, 72 streamers. You see, they're still there. The megaphone is still there. It's a very, very loud, powerful megaphone. Then now, friends, I'm telling you now, it's still happening. Someone comes across my videos and my tweets, They go, wow, I've learned a lot. But I just don't like that HEX thing. I'm like, bro, all right, forget HEX. What about PulseChain? No, it's Richard Hart affiliated. Okay, what about these other stuff? What about the PulseChain altcoins? No, I don't like them because it's on Richard Hart's chain. I'm like, bro, you're on Solana coins that are like 280 million market cap. Like if it does 10x, bro, you're in the top 10 already for your altcoin. And you don't like FTX. FTX are going to dump on you. So how come you're using this double standard? And I'm saying this to myself. I don't bother speaking to people anymore. I don't. Because I know what the answer is. The answer is, this is what the answer is. The answer is actually what I've come to learn is, it's people, friends, they don't want to buy HEX at 1.5 cents. It's too expensive. Okay. They want to buy this thing at 20 cents because it's 10x to $2. That's what they want to do. That you actually find that out. You will find that out and you will see that. Okay. And they're going to do it with a much bigger size than you can imagine. That's how the game works. Make sure you like, subscribe, better, and all. Catch you in the next one.